Hello, everybody. My name is Kendra Atkinson, and today I'm presenting my capstone project, which focuses on evaluating a cultural response support programs for Native Americans adults living in Houston, Texas. The reason for this project is important because Native Americans communities have experienced long-term harm related to historical trauma, systematic oppression, and loss of trust in the service system. While many of the studies document mental health disparities among Native Americans population, there is a limited evaluation of cultural grounded programs, which especially for urban Native Americans adults. This is significant because most Native Americans individuals now live in urban areas, including cities like Houston, Texas. Urban Native Americans adults often face disconnections from cultural support, barriers to behavioral health services, and lower use of care. This gap is services and evaluation is what created the need for my program. The purpose of the study is to conduct a program evaluation of culturally responsive support groups serving Native Americans in Houston, Texas. In this study, this evaluation looks at whether taking part in this program is linked to improved self-reported well-being and increased engagement with social and behavioral health services. My research question asks, to what extent does taking part in culturally responsive support groups improve well-being and service engagement among Native Americans adults? My hypothesis is that group members who take part in the cultural responsive support groups will report better well-being and increase use of social and behavioral health services. To answer this research question, I am using a convergent parallel mixed method design. This means I collect numbers and personal experience at the same time to gain more complete understanding of the program effectiveness. The study includes about 20 to 40 group members who are currently enrolled in the support group. Group members complete brief surveys that measure how well they are feeling, how often they use social and behavioral health services. Some group members may also choose to take part in one-on-one interviews. These interviews allow group members to share their experience, their views of the programs, and any barriers they may face when accessing services. Using both the surveys and interviews is important because the numbers alone do not tell the full story, especially in cultural responsive programs. Interviews allow group members' voices to remain center in the evaluation. This program includes both process evaluation and outcome evaluation. The process evaluation examines how the program is implemented and whether it is delivered in a culturally respectful way. The outcome evaluation looks at whether taking part in the program is associated with positive changes in well-being and service engagement. Technical considerations are a major part of this program. Taking part is voluntary, confidentiality is protected, and the evaluation uses trauma-informed and cultural respectful practices. Cultural humility is respect for Indigenous identity guides every step of the evaluation process. This project for social work practice that it provides practice-based evidence for cultural, responsive, and trauma-informed intervention. The findings can be used by program staff and stakeholders to improve services, guide funding decisions, and strengthen advocacy for cultural responsive behavioral health programs for Native Americans community. Finally, this evaluation addresses a clear gap in the literature. While historic trauma and mental health disparities are well documented, fewer studies examine how cultural responsive programs function in real-world urban settings. This program helps move from theory to practice and support better access to cultural responsive care for Native Americans communities. Thank you, guys.